Discretion is advised.
Hey everyone, welcome to the discussion for Near and Far, the newest game by Ryan Laukat, sequel to Above and Below. I know we were going to do a series, and we kind of did. Typically, I don't like to start a series and finish it, but I'm probably going to change that to... Oh, I don't like to start a series and finish. I don't like to start a series and not finish it, but I think I'm just going to change that to campaigns that actually change as you play. Alright, there's a lot to discuss here. Okay, so I think it may be easier to talk about problems that I had with the game. So first of all, actually, yeah, so problems with the game that we had and then things that we liked.
Repetitive.
That, yep, I agree with that wholeheartedly.
That was my main one, is it's repetitive.
I mean, my main problem with the campaign would just have to be the point system. You know, once you've dug a hole for yourself, it's so hard to get out of it.
Right.
And then it ruins your morale for the rest of the campaign.
That's true.
So,
That's
and then it's like, well, it ain't happening, so...
Right. Because, like, there's no really set of skill that your characters get. Like, it's not like you build stuff. Like, it'd be really cool if the stuff that you built wasn't per game. Like maybe make it harder to build and it stays with you. So your character has shit.
Like a buff.
And the maps don't... I mean, really, the maps are exactly the same, just a different look. Like, this one was a little bit different because it's like poison water and you lose an extra heart going there. But that, I mean, oh no, like that, I thought that was going to be more of a problem than it actually was.
Well, I mean, well, I have to kind of compliment him on this map. Because, I mean, the others were very samey and we were all fighting for trade routes. But this one turned out to be kind of a trap for me. Because I was like, all right, trade routes,
right,
as per usual.
Right.
And then I was like, oh, right, there's combat constantly.
Yep.
And everything's so far away from each other.
Exactly.
So...
Well, they are like that in the other ones, but it just seemed like it was easier to get to them. And this one, my strategy was build my camps as fast as humanly possible. And even then, you were still just one away. Just one.
If I had dropped that last camp, we would have been even.
That's true.
Yeah.
No, you would have actually won because you would have gotten an extra point. You would have gotten the 2 extra points and the 1 extra point for having that camp built.
Anyway.
Yeah, because remember you get a point for each camp placed. So you got 13 points and I got 14. And then that's the extra bonus for getting all your camps built. So you would have gotten 3 extra points.
Right, but then weren't you at 65?
Yeah.
I was 62.
Oh, that's right.
So
I can't do math.
If I had dropped that last camp, we would have been even.
Right.
Well, I mean, I was killing shit left and right again, because that seems to be my usual.
And, okay, so I will say I did like this one a lot better than the last one, because this one didn't force me to alter my strategy to stop someone else from like playing. Like I felt like I wasn't playing the game because it's like, oh, you're gonna go for trade routes? Now I have to because I want to win. I don't want to go for trade routes. I want a quest because that's what this game is cool. The quests are fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But it's like I can't quest because I have to stop you from getting trade routes because it's a point system.
Well, I think I don't want to. We didn't have near as many camps. Like, I mean, you were like sticking to the mine, and that really kept like the map from expanding. And then she was keeping to the town, so that just made creating the trade routes fucking impossible. So, and in that in itself, it's like I should have altered my strategy, realizing that that's what was going on. But
that's true. There was,
and in that sense, yeah,
there was a point where I didn't even see this line. Like I thought I was trapped earlier because I was like, I can't fight these guys. And so I was like, shit, and then Kat started going you started going that way, and I was like, oh no. And then there was a point where I was like, oh, I can build that way, but then I was like, no, it'll make it easier for you to get to the trade route. So I realized I can actually skip one. I was able to skip one and start building this way. So, yes, I do understand this game is, I don't know if it's balanced. Like, it feels balanced. Like, hey, the more I build my camps, the easier it is for everyone to move across the board and build their camps and get to trade routes, but I'm also getting the benefit of building my camps. But, so it's like there's that double-edged sword. And then it's like, it's the same way over here, building the camps is like, oh, I'm going to do it in the mine. Oh, that's going to make it easier for you to get to the better spots. And I think this is the first time this is actually all filled up, and I just kept going back because I had 5 hands.
I mean, 3 head Brett plus Jim plus money.
Also, when you say that it could be balanced because like you do build the camps and you do get to kind of control off other people's things. I think also it becomes harder as well because you were fighting the bandits to get there and to lay those camps down. So all of a sudden, like for me, for instance, like I went from 5 to a 10 to a 12, so that gap between 5 is a big difference.
That's true. That's true, and actually, that's probably the camps were my biggest complaint. We did a mini discussion last game. We were talking about if we wanted to even continue and do this one, but I really think it would fix a lot of stuff if you don't get to build a camp for killing someone. Like that makes no sense. Like it doesn't it doesn't get placed on the board.
Right,
that would make sense if it got placed on the board, but not on, because then if you move to kill someone, you get to build a camp just because you kill them. And then if you have enough hearts, you get to build again. So that's 2 camps in one turn when one of them doesn't thematically make sense.
Right.
So it's like if you're going to make it super easy to build camps, like at the mine, it's really easy. You can't make it also double easy to get rid of your camps if that's just going to speed the game along. Because with Ryan Lockett, with Near and Far, the game is about this. It's about the quest. It has to be.
Right.
That's the only thing that gives this game
life.
Yeah. And so if you're gonna do that, and I know you don't want it to be super long and tedious, too late. I mean, it's not long, but it is tedious. You need to do the stuff that makes it not tedious, which is the quest. Everything else, all 4 games we played, were the same. Like the strategy stays the same. Like back and forth. Oh, I'm gonna get more food, and it's just like the only thing different is what artifacts you build, and it's like, God, I don't know, and I don't want to hate this game, and I don't hate this game. You
don't want to come off as a hating game.
Right. It's just there are things that really bug me about it, because I watched a review over it the other day. Not the other day, it was today. And right, I agreed with the Dice Tower. I agreed with him. There is variety in this game, and the game isn't cutthroat, which I do like. The only thing that's cutthroat about it is, oh, you wanted to go there? I'm there. It's like, all right, and then you go and duel, and then if you win, then you get to go there.
If you win, you get your bread. If you go to jail, you get your bread.
Well, that's in the variant, in the sideboard. So it's like, yeah, the game is very unforgiving. It's not like if you lose a combat, you lose all your health or your will. It's just like, oh, well, that's it. Right. Try again next time. And I really do like that. I like the fact that the game doesn't punish you for a die roll.
Right.
It's like nothing bad happens if you fail a quest. You just don't get the quest.
That's true. Which can also really suck.
It could suck. I mean, but even not, because you don't know what the stakes are. Like, it's like, that's why whenever today I realized, oh, if you overkill the quest, it's never anything like extraordinary.
Right. Just like one extra thing.
Yeah.
Like a coin,
but not even like, yeah. Like, it'd be cool if it was like, oh, it's skill 9, and you beat it and you get an 11. It's like, not an extra coin, like, how about that's where the keyword, well, I guess because then a lot of keywords wouldn't happen.
Right.
But it should be more than, like, 11's fucking hard
right.
to get. Especially because they are random, like, really, because you don't know what you're getting yourself into whenever you go into a spot. It's all of a sudden, I'm going to leave, that sounds safe. Oh, -1 reputation. Why?
Like, which I get with that one. You know, you did choose to run away, but also at the same time, it's like, yeah, excuse me for being fucking safe and cautious.
So, and then we were talking about, you know, keeping stuff. The only thing you get to keep are like the talents that you get, and for the campaign, 3 quests to get 1 point. All of the fucking talents kind of suck.
Except number 4 sounded good for 4 points.
I mean, spending food, I mean, yeah, that's true, but here's the thing, is what you were saying, that's absolutely right. You get a whole bunch of hands, you go and stock up on a shit ton of food. First of all, you have to get all the hands, so you have to take the time going back and forth to try and, you know, hire people. And then you have to go there, and then, yeah, by that point, oh, fine, yeah, I have 10 food, and, you know, because you'll have more people, and 10 hearts. So you have 20 spaces you can move. Hopefully you get shit, because then you're not going to build your artifacts. Hopefully you aren't behind on camps to do that. So it's like, yeah, hopefully, but at that point people aren't taking the close quests, so now you have to spend all your time combating, and so it's like, I don't think it's worth it for that
Maybe
one.
just a unique option if I'm, you know, at my limit
right?
Yeah, if possible.
So
Hey.
it's just like, I don't know. I honestly.
I mean, it's just like it's so hard to get hearts generally, and food is super easy to get.
That's true. It is. But, I mean, yeah, I guess if you just constantly, you got your...
I mean, think about this. Like, you could get, like, 1 nomad token, you go here, turn in 5 food.
That's
Bam.
true. That's true.
And then you know, say you got 3 hands, 3 more food. Now I've got 5, 6, 7, 8 food. That's 8 hearts plus my stock. Say, I just have an extra guy or a dog. I got 4 hearts. Now I got 4 plus 8. Now I'm crushing it.
That's true. That is true. And then, but most of the time you need food for something else, for your thing. So it is balanced in the sense that if you're doing something, you're not doing something else, which is obvious that I say that. But that's what this game heavily relies on. Oh, you want to go quest? Okay, you're not getting gold. You're not getting gems to build your stuff. You're not getting reputation. Reputation is easy to get if you're all the way up here.
You gotta choose wisely.
Yeah, and I do like that. And where it comes, I think what it comes down to is we played this game too fast. Like we did, we took what, a 2-week break in between the last one and the third session that we did. The other ones were like week after week after week. And this game is very monotonous. Like you do the same thing each game, just slightly different. So you never feel like I never felt like this was a campaign. The only time I felt like this was a campaign was every time we wrote our points. And so it's like, it was like nothing changed. It's like, oh my god. Like if I were to explain, like Arcadia Quest, whenever we did that campaign, our guilds evolved and got stronger, and we were badass by the end of it. And you got to keep all your stuff. But it's like this one, it's like it was pretty much standalone games each time. Because if we look back to our first game, we loved it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were like, oh my god, this is so fucking great. And I wish, honestly, we had kept it at that. Because it did get slightly worse for me each time. This one was a little bit better, actually. That's not true. So it went great, good, bad. The third one was pretty bad.
Yeah, we were pretty stressed out.
And then it went to okay. Like this one was all right. And even then, like, but here's the thing. Kat said it last time, or at the end. We did all the variants, all the extra quests, the sideboard, which is better than the original board. But you were like, I don't feel like it was different. Not really. But maybe that could be what you didn't do anything that was different. I didn't really. I mean, the only thing I got a shit ton of reputation. I did get a turtle, but I didn't quest as much. I actually just went for the extra points.
I don't know. I mean, it adds some interesting things. I personally don't think it adds so much that I'm like, wow. Yeah.
Right, and then, I mean, the game comes with bosses. Like you know how we have the chiefs here that we can get if we ever have 4 of a fucking faction.
We're always just like spend them,
Well, yeah,
that's money.
because it's way more better to get those than fucking 5 points.
Yeah.
Like you don't get anything else for having them. They don't take up a spot, and they're just 5 points.
Let's think about it. Let's see here. So you need like 4 of his.
Put it this way: this right here by itself, 4 of those is 16 points. That's 28 things. That's 24, and that's 20. So it's like I can think of way better things to spend all that shit on.
Yeah, for that many points, that's
And
not.
is it just a game that they're with you, or do they stay with you for the campaign?
No, they don't.
I don't think so.
You just get them that turn for an extra 5 points.
So what was the lowest one?
16.
So theoretically, if you had 16 points sitting right here, you could easily build one of your master items for more.
Well, that's if you had this, because you would have to convert it to all your shit.
Right.
But let's say, I mean, but you can slowly over time spread that to build something else.
Right.
But I mean, put it this way, like, I mean, I guess some of the stuff is not that good. Like, I'd rather have that one for 5 points than my Shrika Herald for 1. So, it's just, I don't know. The turtles didn't do anything. They were actually more of a pain, because I had to go get gems. So it really, it's what okay, so the third game, that's where it really bothered me, was all I wanted to do was quest, and I wanted to have, the fun experience of what this game brings.
Right.
And then Devin realized that I had a shit ton of movement, and then rushed the end game, which is not bad strategy to have at all, but I felt like it loses its luster. It loses the difference that this game makes of, okay, well they went out through all their trouble to make this quest book that has interesting stories, because there are a lot of interesting stories in here.
Yeah.
To just be like camp, I win. Yeah.
Now anyway, now it is compared to maybe we were on just such a high from the first game.
Maybe, but we also let everyone do what we wanted to do. Like we didn't try to cock block each other. Everyone got a little bit of the trade routes. Everyone got the quest. We took our time with the first one, and then we realized, how do you win this game? Oh, total most points at the end.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, if we ended now, I would have had 115.
I mean, your first game was pretty good.
170. Yeah, the first
then we
game
stayed
was
close from then on.
Right, 175. I think I'd have like 240 or 52 or something like that, if I did my math right. And see, that's the other thing. Is like the game. We just go through each map, and then the very last game is find. I mean, it's like the quest is to find the lost ruin, and so it's like, but nothing leads up to that. Nothing epic leads up to that. I would guess. I don't think anything changes between here and there. I don't know. Devin, what do you think? Do you agree with me? Do you guys disagree with me? It's okay to disagree with me. Like, I'm not, fuck you.
Well, I've disagreed with you on plenty of games.
That's not true. Oh yeah, through the ages you hated.
I loved Arcadia Quest.
I don't know. Maybe that's such a long campaign. Maybe.
Right.
The campaign's too long.
10 is a
maybe
lot.
it was just shorter.
Yeah,
I'd be happier.
10 games.
I'm sure they wanted you to get your money's worth out of it, of course. It's the one time. It's supposed to be one time.
I really wish we did. Now looking back, I wish we did the character thing, because that's only 3. You just do 3 maps,
Yeah.
3 random maps, and then you have your own personal thing. I don't know how you win that, if it's also like number of points.
Maybe we can reboot it
Reboot it.
and do 3 random maps with different characters.
I don't want to record. Maybe down the line. But here's the thing: I'm not going to get rid of the game. So because I feel like it is a great. Oh, there's another one.
Yeah.
It's a great one-shot game. You come in, you play one game, and you leave it at that. Like, oh hey, I got 50 points. I got 55. All right, you win. That's it. That's it. Not, oh my god, now I have to try and catch up with 5 points. And I can only imagine how you were feeling, not knowing what you were doing wrong and getting
absolutely hate myself.
And getting fucking no points at the end of it.
Yeah. The only thing I can think that I was doing wrong is I don't chase trade routes with you, because do you know how competitive that is?
And but see, that's the thing is,
and
I think
how fucking ridiculous is he playing?
Yeah, I think it needs to be competitive between all players for trade routes, not just 2.
Like I don't know. I feel like I just can't get in there. Like I just can't squeeze in there. Like I don't have the fucking time, because this is where points are as well. Like you have a lot of points. Well, not
That's
this
true.
game. I feel like they weren't very good this game for some reason.
Yeah, those were random.
But I feel like I always get really good cards, and I want to get them. I don't want to waste time with you guys running around the fucking desert. Like.
Yeah, I mean, I see where you're. But see, that's the thing. That's the balance. If you're going after trade routes, you're not going after your cards.
Yeah.
And so.
Yeah, I don't. Because remember that one time I did go after quests and stuff like that, and I was on the map, and that was the last game actually.
That was the first game. The first game you were on the map with a bunch of camps.
No, where I focused on it, that was the last game.
Oh. Was it?
Yeah.
I felt okay. Because I remember the first game you went after quests as well, and you got in on it.
And I did I wound up on I think 1 trade route I interrupted or something.
You ended up on 2, and I had a full one, and Devin was on the other one. He blocked the one that was down there.
But that wasn't my goal. I was just building stuff on stuff because
Right.
I knew you said that we needed to do that.
So, yeah, there's just I think we were also missing out on a 4th person
That could be
building their camps, because now that frees up the board to move around for everyone, and also adds another element of blocking trade routes. So it's not 2 people trying to cock block each other the entire game to get piddly points. Because the last time we did it, we got what, 12 each? It's like, that fucking wasn't worth it. But
Yeah, we each got a half.
and so it's like, well, crap, I wish I didn't do that, because that wasn't fun. I don't even remember who won that game. I think you did. I don't know. I think the trade routes, because you can't remove them. You can't remove the trade routes because then it doesn't really give anyone an initial drive to build their camps because they are worth points.
Well, yeah.
Well, I mean, they haven't been. Well, I mean, now that I think about it, they haven't been as viable since we've all become so aware of them. It's like we stopped building in that direction when we don't feel like we have the capability to make it over there.
We did this time.
Right. I don't know. I guess, I mean, it's kind of warming up to me with time now. I mean, at first I was like, oh, fuck this. But then it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of warming up to me with time. I don't know.
I do think the campaign is too long.
Yeah.
Like
Fucking
10 games of the same. It's like, dear God.
You know what it
do a
feels-
campaign. Like, don't I mean, that's the problem is we're recording it. So because YouTube is YouTube and views are views, you need to get it out and pump it out as fast as possible. So I was like, fuck, yeah, guys, I know I have a bunch of other games that we can play and that'd be fun, but we need to do near and far. But this one, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say about like, you know, how the campaign is too long. Like, and remember how I mentioned, you know, it's just repetitive grinding. It's basically grinding, but never getting past level 1. That's how it feels like for me. And I know it's different for you guys because you guys do level. I only have 1 star.
Only 1 star.
I only have 1 star.
Oh, well, yeah, but that's your own fault.
Right,
'Cause
because I feel like I don't ever have any time
But you do.
to go out and... But, like, when I quest,
Because you don't spend anything to quest, you just get there.
if I get the nice, you know, if I get a good die roll, and I can actually quest.
Oh, like in the skill thing, yeah. Yeah.
So that's if,
Well, I mean,
and that's a big if.
Because Devin and I only ever failed 1 in 4 games.
well, yeah.
In 4 games, we only failed 1 quest.
Just gotta go on with a
So,
healthy health pool.
Even with a bad die roll, I mean, yeah, sometimes you get a 1 and it's like, fuck. But most of the time, all the quests are close by, so you can get in on a few.
Okay.
Yeah, but once you start getting towards here, what?
No, just...
Oh. Yeah, because once you start getting out here, then you need fucking a shit ton of hearts to be able to fight all this stuff by that point.
Yeah, and I don't know, I just feel like there's just so much going on that's not worth it in the end.
Do you think that the variants made a difference?
It was interesting. I mean, you certainly got more reputation, and it makes you want to mine more.
That's true. That's true. I did mainly mine, 1, because I wanted to build my camps as fast as possible, and I wanted the reputation.
Did you put more quests on the board this time?
Yes, I did.
Okay. I felt like there's more quests.
Yeah.
I definitely like that. More quests, more better.
Right. Yeah, because it's not, there were times where we dried out the board.
Better.
Like, we were like, oh, there's no more quests. Now, I mean, I guess the quests do give you initiative also, but once they're gone, and it's like, fuck. Alright, well, I guess I'll go build my camps. Yeah, I mean, the mechanics of the game work out really, really well. With the people that you hire, they're only a certain faction. I wish the factions meant more. I wish you can kind of pick a faction and you kind of knew.
Well, I mean, with each token, I mean, aren't these guys cheaper? I think that's something we don't really
Oh,
utilize.
fuck, we completely forgot about that. If you have a token, yes, it makes it 1 gold cheaper.
Yeah. We've been neglecting that.
Yeah, that is true. I don't know. I think what it really does come down to is the fact that the camps are so easy to build, or like just the fact that you get to place a camp if you kill someone, because the first person is most likely. Well, everyone has to go to the town first turn, so they're gonna go get someone that's either gonna help them, you know, with more hearts and stuff, and then they're gonna jump and probably go kill something, and then be able to build right off the bat. So that's 2 camps right off the bat because you killed someone. Because it's a fucking 4. Like most of the time, like you have to roll a 1 and then kill it. But I mean, even then you still get to build a camp. I think removing that would fix a lot of the issues for me. Because I can't think of a negative repercussion of that.
I mean, because that's the only way you can drop multiple camps. I mean, if you're running a route and you just kill like 2 guys on the run through, and then it's just like 2 camps, and then say you have a little spare and you drop a camp. Anyway.
Yeah, 3 fucking camps. It makes no.
You just go like
thematic
back and forth and keep fighting this, like just cranking.
Yes, you can.
Combat.
Yes, you can. The only time is if I built a camp here, this is a safe haven. So here, that threat's gone and that threat's gone because camps were on both sides. So yes, technically, if this was me, I could go combat, and then if I win, then combat, with 2 movement, so you can fight 2 things in 1 turn. If you don't spend any hearts.
Right, but I mean, they don't make combat easy later on.
No, absolutely not. But at that point, you have enough hearts. Like, you wouldn't be the 13 just because you had a shit ton of hearts to spend. So I think the points themselves should be enough, not an additional camp. The only variant we didn't do was extra camps. I think it's like 2 extra camps or 3 extra camps that you have to build before you start getting the bonuses. We didn't do that one because that's for the longer game. And I didn't want this game to go on that long. Okay, so good things about it. I feel like I've bitched enough about the game. What did you guys like about the game?
Well, I mean, definitely like the stories. I mean.
You don't think they were too random?
Too random? I mean.
Because there were times where you were like, oh yeah, that sounds like an outcome I'll like, and then it's just something that's like completely left field, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, it doesn't really make sense. Like, the best example I have right now is Leaving is dishonorable, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I like the concept of the stories. Like, I know every once in a while it was sort of just like, why? But I mean, I like they're fun.
No, they absolutely are. And, I mean, my only problem with the quests, it's a cool concept. Like, the keywords are cool to get, but it's like, the second game we did, once I got the Nizra keyword, that's why I quested so much, was because I was paranoid that one of you guys were going to find it, and I wouldn't get to use my keyword. Because I'll never get to go back there and do it. Even because, so that's stupid. But, I mean, it turned out I was able to use it, which was really cool, and I got another one that would probably, but then now it's like, oh fuck, I want to use my Netherworld keyword, but you guys may find that one, so it's like, fuck it, it's pointless now. So, I mean, obviously the stories are...
I think you probably have to go back to that same spot.
Right, but you have to play it again.
Oh, you want to be close.
Like, because like, it's only 1 token per spot. So if you had gone here, if you were first player and you had gone there, it would have been gone this whole game, so I would have had to play the game again to get to use it. Nothing else that you liked?
Oh no, I mean,
I just can't think of anything that these are
like,
awesome.
I don't want to be the only one talking.
These are awesome. I don't know. Nothing stands out about this game to me. The art is beautiful as always. I think it's, it's fun and vibrant. They put a lot of thought into giving us metal.
Well, that's a Kickstarter thing.
Money.
They would have been cardboard and shit.
Well, then never mind. They did an awful thing by only giving Kickstarter people. I don't know where this random stuff is coming from.
I don't know. It's Devin shit.
What am I
Devin stuff. Well, it's like I was really down on in like second, third game, but I don't know. I'm kind of warming back up to it.
Why?
I don't know. It's just that I feel like we're all kind of figuring out the game a little better. So I don't know. 4
games in, and you're finally started figuring out the game.
Maybe that's what it takes.
Well, then weren't we playing things wrong though? I thought you were doing the trade wrong.
1 game. We didn't do that wrong for 4 games.
You said wrong for 1 game?
Yeah, just the first game. I fixed it in the second game.
Oh, was it? I don't know. I can't remember. It's all a blur.
So.
No, I can't think of anything that stands out.
Right, because obviously, I just don't want to be the only one talking. Because if that was the case, I could have done this by myself.
I can't think of anything.
No, I know. But Devin, you're saying that it's warming up to you?
Mm-hmm. I like the variant. I like the more quests. I don't know. It's better this round. I just stopped caring so much. I think we're happy.
So do you want to do 6 more games?
Not really. I don't want to do 6 more games. That's not what I'm saying.
I know.
I'm just saying I'm not down on the entirety of the game.
Right.
Yes, the idea of 10 games, obligated 10 games. Like, if it was a whimsical 10 games, maybe not so much.
Right.
I don't know. So.
I don't think I could make it for 10 games.
No.
I'd do it if you wanted me to, but I don't.
No, because I don't want to sit here whenever we're all pissed off like the third game.
Bad by the end. I thought I hated a Katia quest.
So, at least that one was fast paced. So what I do like about this game is the fact that it is a give-take on everything you do. What you're doing, you're not doing something else, which is also worth points. There's a balancing act to that, and it does that very, very well. And yeah, I mean, I agree with you, Devin. The more that we talk about it, the more I realize that what bugs me is the fact of how quickly, because it's like you're sitting there building camps, and it's like I was pumping out camps after camp after camp, and you weren't intentionally. I don't feel it. It was just, hey, I'm gonna fight this guy. Oh, and I'm a build, so that's 2 camps. So you easily caught up where I was working my ass off, strictly doing that this entire time, and you were only 1 away. So I think what it really comes down to is the fact that building camps whenever you kill somebody is what kills it for me. So everything else is on a one-shot game, then yeah, everything else I like about it. I like the maps. I think they look great. Being able to just do one at random, flip one, and be like, this is the one we're doing, would be awesome. The variant does that a little bit more because now there's some repercussions if you go too far in the negative for reputation instead of just, oh yeah, I have -6 reputation. Everyone fucking hates me and you don't get any repercussions. I wouldn't go back to the original board. I like the fact that it's not cutthroat. It's just, you get to do what you want to do for the most part with trade routes. And obviously the stories are amazing. So, if no one has anything else, scale of 1 to 10.
6.
A 6? That's surprising. I
Well,
figured you would have
I
given
mean-
it like a 2.
Well, because I liked the other games. The first one.
The first one was awesome, and actually someone commented on the Instagram picture you posted, and they're like, "Oh, that's a shame that you're not liking it. We just played our first game, and it's great."
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how we were too.
Yeah.
It's like if I had to advise anyone, just don't rush the campaign.
Yeah.
Just play it whenever you guys feel like playing it. I don't really have that luxury to do, especially for YouTube. So.
But yeah, that's all I got.
Scale of 1 to 10.
7.5.
7.5. Probably do it I'd like to play it without with my idea, with my house rule of no camps when you kill, you just get the points. That's still a lot of points. So essentially every time you kill something it's worth 1 more point. Because you get it for the camp that gets placed on it. And so I'd like to try with that. If it goes how I think it would in my mind, it would make the game a little bit longer, but everyone would get to do what they would want to do. And you have to do it with the extra quests. But since I don't know how it would play, I give the 7 on Board Game Geek, and I think I'm going to keep it there. I think it's still a solid game in and of itself. There is enough variety. Do you think this game has replayability? Do you think if we went back into the first one, like the first map, that it would feel any different?
Probably wouldn't feel any different, but you'd probably forget what you had like gotten in the stories.
For the quest?
And you might take a different route, so it could change. 'Cause
Right,
the numbers
right.
don't change on the book.
Numbers don't change, but where the quests are do. For the not always. These get basically placed randomly, so this could have been here instead of there. So a little bit.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of variety in it. Enough. I mean, I think Tom Vassell did the math. You do get your money's worth. The game is like $40, $50. So I think you do get your money's worth out of it, and it is a beautiful game. You guys can't compare it to Above and Below, but I like Above and Below more just for people at home who have, because that is a one-shot session. But yeah, 7, 6, 7.5. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. So let us know what you think of the game in the comments below. Let us know if you disagree with us and why. But I mean, if you, no.
Email us your resume.
What?
We're now hiring.
We're now hiring. But yeah, let me know if you have played a different way, and maybe you can fix my problem with it. But other than that, that's all we got. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you.
Okay.
Hey everyone, thank you for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed the video. If you want to support us, you can go ahead and click that link to go to my Patreon account. If you have any suggestions, you can go ahead and click the link in the show notes below to go to my Board Game Geek list. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you.